What's up to all my Note 7 owners out there, coming again at you with another video. This is the third video I made. You can check out the other two after you watch this one. But the new issue that I wanted to talk about, that I've been hearing a lot of chatter about on the web, been doing some research, been hearing through the grapevine that your service provider or Samsung themselves may physically shut our phones off down the road. I don't know if it's a week, a month, a couple months. I don't know. It's just a rumor. I'm not saying this is a fact, but there's rumors going around that they may shut your phone off. I don't know if it's going to be through an update. I don't know if it's, they're just going to send your phone something that'll deactivate it. Maybe your service provider, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, whoever, they might just see that you own a Note 7 and you didn't turn it in, and they just might shut your service off. And that would be extremely unfortunate for us, because then we'd be stuck with a phone that we can't use the way it was intended to be used. Yeah, I'm sure we could still do Wi-Fi calling and connect to hotspots, and, hopefully when they do this, it doesn't completely brick the device where it just blacks out, Hopefully it's nothing serious like that. But, they may shut your service off somehow to somewhat force your hand to give this phone back in. I really hope they don't do that. In my opinion, Samsung should have respect for the people who choose to stick with their Note 7s, even though there is an issue with them, even though it's a 1 in a million chance that it could happen to you. I think that is a sign of extreme loyalty to stick with their product, to stick with something they said is defected. And if anything, a lot of us are doing it to prove to ourselves and to prove to Samsung that they did make a good product. They did make a great phone. Like I said in the other videos, this phone probably would have got phone of the year. I mean, it's, the stats, the hardware they put in this phone is pretty impressive. So in 2 years down the road, this phone will still be competitive with some of the phones they're putting out. So I'm not going to turn it in. I don't want to turn it in. So I'm going to keep it. In my other video I made, I talked about some safety steps I'm taking just in case my phone is that 1 in a million phone that could catch fire, burst a flame, whatever, the media's going off the hinge with this. I'm still hearing about it from other YouTube channels, and people are still making new videos every day talking about all these things are exploding. I mean, these phones literally aren't exploding. It's not a frag grenade. This isn't a fucking explosive device. I mean, it's getting hot, it's melting, it's possibly bursting a flame, it's catching something else around it that's on fire, or that it's sitting on, if it's on a carpet or, a rug or a piece of wood or something. It's going to catch it on fire. That's just the way lithium-ion batteries work when they go bad. There's lots of devices out there other than Samsung phones that had these issues with batteries over the years. My buddy was in the military. He said that the radios they were using last time he was in, they had problems with their batteries. They were catching on fire and, heating up, and, they were only supposed to use them so many times and then throw them away, and they were setting the trash on fire and shit. So, even the greatest spec stuff that the military has, lithium-ion batteries are catching on fire. So, there is no party in this whole tech game that is not guilty of producing a battery that possibly is a risk. These lithium-ion batteries are a risk in themselves. So, really don't have too much else to report other than that, saying that they may shut your phone off somehow. In my first video I made, which is now getting close to 500 views, I'm surprised it even got that many. I'm not a supported YouTube person. I don't have paid advertisements. I'm just a regular guy making a video here trying to support the people who choose to keep their phones. So, surprised it got that many views. But anyway, in my first video, I said turn off your notifications, or no, I'm sorry, not your notifications. Turn off your updates, your automatic updates. There's an option in there for scheduled updates. I actually had all that set up to be automatic and check updates once a week through the scheduled updates, and I had it turned on automatic update. Go into your system settings, turn that off, because I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be the first one to try the Kool-Aid and do that update if there is an update that comes out. I'll wait for someone else to do it and say, oh man, my phone is a brick now. It doesn't even turn on. So I'm not going to be that person to, drink the Kool-Aid first. Someone else can try that update first before I see that it's a good update. And even then, I still might be skeptical of it. So, down the road with not updating your phone, hopefully the phone doesn't start running like crap down the road. Like I said, I have 2 years to pay this thing off, so hopefully I can make it last for 2 years. And then, like I said in my other 2 videos, hopefully this turns into a collector's item and it'll be worth something down the road. Someone said on another video the other day that they think in a couple of months there'll be people who will pay over $1,000 for this phone just because they think it's rare and they want it, and quite frankly, it is the best phone on the market. Until Samsung releases their S8 or whatever phone down the road, this is probably going to be the best phone for a while. In my opinion, the iPhone 7, the V20 doesn't quite compare. They're great phones. I'm really not an iPhone person. I've had one. Don't really like them. But, they are good phones, but stat by stat, if you look stat by stat, they're really not competitive with this phone. They're close. The cameras are good. The only thing better on the iPhone 7, in my opinion, is the speakers. They took away the headphone jack because they're like, oh, wireless is the future. Well, you didn't even put wireless charging in your phone, so how much of the future of your phone really, come on. And then people are like, oh, well, there's adapters you could buy. Yeah, that seems to be Apple's bait and switch. Oh, buy this adapter, buy that adapter. We'll give you a $5 adapter so you can use headphones. And then you'll probably lose it and you have to buy another one. Buy these $150 iPods. So, whatever to Apple and whatever they're doing, hopefully their next phone is a lot better than this one. I know a lot of people are buying them. If you're an Apple person, great, happy for you. But not for me. I'm not paying top dollar for something, that's still rocking 1080p. So, what else was I going to talk about here? So, something else I want to talk about is there's rumors that apparently Samsung is going to completely drop the ball. No more Notes at all. No Note 8 down the road. They might, I said this is a rumor. I'm not sure if it's 100% true or not, but they might be completely abandoning the Note line. To me, I think that's a bad move. There's people who have had Notes since the first and second one that have been rocking Notes this whole time. I'm sure it may scare some people away, because of this Note 7 issue, but I wouldn't abandon the Note line. People love the S Pen. That's probably the biggest reason why. There's hour-long videos about. There's so many things you can do with this S Pen. Just the other day, I watched an hour-long video. I was astonished with how much you could actually do with the S Pen. When I got it, I was like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, but there's a lot of things you could do with this S Pen. I'm really surprised, and it makes some things really simple. I don't remember all of them, obviously, but there's a lot of stuff you could do with it. It makes it so easy if you're really trying to, pinpoint something specific on the screen. There's people who make amazing artwork just with the S Pen alone. You wouldn't even think it was possible. But, so, the rumor is that they're going to make basically 2 versions of the S8, Dream and Dream 2. Whether that's what they're called or not, I don't know. That's just what the rumor is. But if the Dream 2 has, which is supposed to be 2 different sizes, one is 5.3, the other one's 5.5 or 5.6, something like that. So big and a small one. It's almost like they're doing the Apple thing of S8, S8 Plus, whatever they call it. But I don't think they should abandon the name Note. I think they should keep making them. It's an awesome phone. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about what's going on. I really don't have a reason to make another video after this. I don't know what else there is to discuss. Unless my phone gets shut off, then I'll use my old phone, make a video and say, hey, phone got shut off. Damn you, whoever the hell did it. But if you want to comment below and give me some recommendations of what you're doing to stay safe, or why you're keeping the phone, or just your opinion on any of this stuff. I don't want to hear from the Apple people that I bashed Apple. Whatever, it's my opinion. You can have your opinion. So I don't want to hear it. I'll just delete your comment if you start talking trash. I'm not going to get into a debate with you about who makes a better phone, who has better hardware, who has better software. I don't care. I've had them, good phones, but my opinion, I just like this better. So I don't want to hear your explanations. I don't want to hear your stories. I don't want to hear how your best friend works at Apple and, this is the end all be all of phones. I don't care. So take your ball and go home. You just, do something else better with your time. Yeah, so that's it. Check out my other 2 videos I made. One's about safety and things I'm doing to stay safe. The first one is just my rant of why I'm keeping this phone and why I think you should keep your phone, why I think if you have a reason to not to keep this phone, but I'm keeping it. I love it. I'm going to ride it till it dies. So thanks for watching. Peace out.